What's up, people? This is SiTHFuRioN. Right now we're going to be jumping into episode 8 of series 5 of The Last Kingdom. And last time, another episode, another main character gone. We lost Brida last time. It's just, I keep saying it, but it is mental. It really is mental. And what makes it worse this time round, the murderer, the culprit, is Uhtred's daughter, Stora. And just, I think she's going to be a bit of a problem in these last 3 episodes now. She stood up to Edward as well, kind of refused to bend the knee to him, and you just know shit's going to go down with her. I mean, in fact, all the children are being a bit of a problem this season. I kind of said it at the end of like the last episode, that all the children are starting to cause drama and bullshit. So like, you've got Stora causing shit now for Uhtred. You've got Alphafair's daughter getting herself fucking kidnapped twice and putting people's life in danger, and now Edward's own son is I guess he's going to be fleeing to join his grandfather in Scotland, who his grandfather is trying to align himself with the Scots and this new king, King Constantine, and trying to persuade them to make moves against Edward and shit, like. And also Uhtred's cousin, Dickhead of Bebbanburg, he's up there as well. So it's just setting shit up either for the finale of the actual show, or like I keep saying, going into the movie. Like, I genuinely don't know anything about the movie at all. I've not seen nothing on it. I've intentionally kept myself in the dark because my logic is, well, anything I see, knowing how my brain works, it could ruin and spoil this final season for me. So I'm completely in the dark with all of this, so I don't know how it's all going to play out. But yeah, we're going to get into this. If you're interested in watching episode 9 and episode 10, they should be up on my Patreon right now. Links are all down below, including all the full lengths. Go check it out. But for now, episode 8, series 5. Let's do this, man.
What are you doing here?
Is she going to haunt him now for like the rest of the show?
I will see you in Valhalla.
Kind of a sign of her being free now, like an animal, you know?
Those who have hurt me have suffered too little. No one has felt pain like I have endured. Not yet.
Your life is not over. Yes, you've lost, but you will find new purpose.
Other Danes are coming. We will live as Danes, and we will die as
You will not
Danes.
find peace here.
Then I will find it in SiTHFuRion's dead embrace.
No, do not say that. That path is not meant for you. That is not what the gods want.
I no longer believe in destiny.
There was such like a naive, childish kind of comment. Like, you've not felt the type of pain that I felt.
All those you have killed, you chose them over your family and called it fate. What your destiny has brought me is pain and grief. So now my choice is to turn my back on you.
Wow, okay. But that whole comment about how like you've never felt this type of pain, like you don't know how I feel kind of thing, like, it's such a naive, childish kind of comment to make. Like, I'm the only one who's ever felt this type of pain. Nobody else knows this type of pain that I feel. It's like, really? You think I've never walked in your shoes?
You've been told about my mother's death.
Of course. Though my heart is broken, having you here is some reprieve from the unending sadness.
Father is already remarried. The new queen is with child.
My worst fears come to pass.
I do not think he would harm me.
The king can be most unforgiving. Indeed, in my darkest hours, I imagine your mother's death was on his command.
No, it was the Danes. He may not have loved her as we did, but that he would not do.
Of course. I'm sure you are right. But everything we do hence is to honor our hopes for you. Are we united?
Always.
He's such a, like, manipulating little snake, isn't he?
All debt to me is paid.
I would take that and go back and tell Edward and Uhtred and everybody. Say, hey, look, I got some information for you.
When we agree a truce, We build a new palace in London. It stands between Mercia and Wessex. It's well placed for trade. It should be at the heart of your new kingdom.
This is all very ambitious, Grandfather. I only hope I'm worthy of your faith in me.
It is not mere faith, it is your blood. Your reign will hold in the same esteem as Charlemagne. And we will raise a minster to your dear mother. Under your rule, never again will a heathen harm any of our people. Never will a boy lose his mother as you did.
You will be a great king. I've been planning and arranging this since long before you were born.
He really believes he can unseat the Saxon king. Maybe it's time to kiss his ass.
I'm a man of low principles.
I prefer to call you pragmatic, Lord.
Yet even I would not stoop to seek the favor of that Wessex turd.
I'm not certain that our host welcomes your ambition.
Then he will learn what happens when you cross men like us.
Ooh. Okay, shit gonna kick off now between them two.
For now, I want you to go to your sister. She's secluded herself in the forest. I want you to find her, speak with her, and make her come to Rumkova. She believes there's no place for her, but she's wrong.
She has suffered much, Uhtred. Perhaps it is wiser to let her be rather than to command her.
No, I shall not abandon her again. I will prove there is a place for her in Rumkova, and that I can be a true father.
Father, the sentiment is truly noble, but Stiora has been a queen.
Yeah.
She cannot live in Rumkova as a trader's wife. Besides, too much has happened there for it to be a place of sanctuary.
Nevertheless, 'tis all we have.
She's had too much of a taste of freedom and being her own woman to go back home to live with her dad. It's not gonna happen, you know.
'Tis time we go back to the peace of Rumkova. I promised I'd return you to your families. The danger's over now. We can stop running for Wessex, make some coin from the toll on the trade river. Go back to how things were.
Lord, no. Our families have fled to Wessex, Lord. They have settled there waiting for us.
But it can be a home. A real home. For us, for our families. Ethelstan, you loved it there.
I did. I do wish to be alongside you.
I want you there.
I also wish to serve my father. He needs loyalty, and I need...
I understand. You'll come visit us, I'm sure.
He wants to stay next to Edward. That's cool.
Uhtred, we are brothers for life. Thick and thin. We'll ride with you to death, you know that. But this is not the right choice, Lord.
Wow.
Our time in Rumkova has passed. There are too many things there to remind us of what we have lost.
But we cannot roam forever. We cannot leave our children without a place to find comfort.
Uhtred, come on.
I've lost Stiora until I can offer her hope. I need you to agree.
If you command Rumkova, we'll follow you. But I ask, is there another path?
Wow. Wow. But I like how Athelstan was saying about how like he wants to stay loyal to his father, stay at his side even though the other son has fucked off. Despite everything as well, him being like Athelstan being cast away and everything, he still wants to stay there, close to his dad.
My king, whatever's the matter?
Prepare for a new attack.
The Danes or Ethelhelm?
Neither. Shorter and more vicious.
I like that.
Well, I bring grave news.
Alfred was captured on the road.
By who?
We are not certain, but one, at least, did not survive my wrath.
We believe them to be hired men. We suspect an association with Lord Ethelhelm.
Yeah, this guy's becoming a real fucking problem, man. You gotta fucking...
Rouse the Lord Aldhelm. Tell him I come imminently to discuss the matter.
Send a command to search for her now. What is there to discuss? She is your blood, and she is in danger. And that is to say nothing of her value to your enemies. Edward, why do you hesitate?
I'm not hesitating! I'm simply not rushing blindly to action.
Have to play it smart, but you have to go after him. You got to.
Oh, you have not had the chance to meet properly.
Mother, this is your...
I will not acknowledge whichever harlot you've decided to bed.
I was going to say this is your new queen. Agatha and I are wed. She's with child.
Wow. He just walked away.
Well, a baby will be a blessing.
Thank you.
I did not mean to call you,
Awkward.
I would kneel, but my bones are stiff from...
No, I quite understand. You are no longer young and...
From slaughtering a man with my bare hands. I drove a knife through his neck. I was not wearing gloves. It has been an eventful time.
You gotta love Alfred. She has come so far as a character. Jesus.
What has changed within my son, I wonder? That he has no appetite to fight for his niece, and against Lord Ethelhelm, no less. His new bride, perhaps.
No, I do not think the king's so easily distracted.
Then he maneuvers in ways I simply cannot understand. As ever, the Lord provides. I have a job for you.
Of course, Uhtred's gonna go and like save her, because didn't he make a promise to Athelflaed about protecting her daughter? Because she was saying, like, I know she's not your kin and this and that, and
I have to take Stiora away from Ethelwitch and the lands she has lost. Darkness has found her.
Well, perhaps I could talk with her. Find a way to cure her heart.
I fear it is already too late. For many years I was not there when she needed me. I gave my life to Wessex and the Saxons. I was not a father. Not as they deserved. Stiora is being swallowed by a dread. I've seen it before. In Brida, I've seen what it can do. She needs a place to heal.
And that place is Rumkova?
I do not know. Why do you ask me of this?
Alfwin has been taken by Ethelhelm. The king is reluctant to act. So Lady Elswith and I were wondering if perhaps you might gather your men.
No, Edith. I cannot.
wow.
She's Lady Ethelflaed's daughter. You swore to protect her.
I cannot give myself to others when my daughter needs me.
He's putting his daughter first. Jesus, okay. Because he's always put everything else, like the mission first, doesn't he?
I'm sorry. I have to take care of my daughter.
Wow. You know he's going to take the mission when he finds out that the kid's being kept in Bebbanburg.
Will you ask for me to speak with the king?
I will summon you when the time is right.
My business is urgent. Lord Ethelhelm is fomenting rebellion.
We know this.
Yep.
He will be stopped.
I'm not so certain. He has the Scottish army on his side. He has made an alliance with Constantine and has offered him the hand of Lady Elfwin.
He's going to say where.
Lord Ethelhelm, where will we find him?
In a fortress north of here, name of Bebbanburg.
Oh. Yep, you got to take this mission now. How are you? Just the way it's being set up and Uhtred there, like, you know it was going to happen. Name drop.
Ethelhelm has joined with the Scots to take Northumbria, and he's launching his rebellion from Bebbanburg.
Now, that is a strange twist of fate.
My gods are doing it to taunt me, to tempt me from my duty to my family.
Why would they do that? What have you done?
Well, that I never understand. All I know is that for most of my life I've given my sword to Wessex and it drew me away from my family.
Yeah. They brought you Ethelflaed.
And then she was taken. The gods are cruel. Now they offer this?
Perhaps there is design in this that is benevolent. Then perhaps you are not meant to choose between your fate and Alfred's ambition, between your children and his. Perhaps you are meant to serve both.
How can I serve two masters?
But what if there's only one master? One god?
That is where our beliefs differ.
And this is where I will insist. Think about it. You retake Bebbanburg and ensure Northumbria does not fall to the Scots. In that act, you find a home for your bloodline.
Yeah.
You're saying that it is my destiny to make England for Edward? And all this wait for Bebbanburg served a purpose?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But there is no shame in heaven. That is the beauty of it. So my advice would be, believe my God is on your side, and that you do not walk alone.
There is no God. Only the gods. Thank you for your kindness. You could be right. Maybe they are on my side.
You know, throughout the whole entire scene, I kept thinking that's what Brioka would be saying if he was sat there. You know what I mean?
Look, King, I've been informed of Father Benedict's news.
But not of my plan, which will return Elfwin and deliver Ethelhelm.
And as I already told my mother, this situation requires restraint. Ethelhelm will be expecting me to lead an army into battle. It is surely a trap.
I know, but we have the advantage. Father Benedict told us of their plan. We have a moment to strike whilst they're unprepared. It would be foolish not to use it.
I can assure you I'm not foolish.
We leave immediately. We cut off Constantine before he even reaches Bebbanburg. If I can intercept him and stop the incursion, then...
Ethelhelm would be without allies at Bebbanburg. He may control the household guard, but there would be no match for the Mercian army. It would not be easy to breach the fortress.
But it is possible if we're our full number. I lead the men of Wessex, and we push the Scots back over the border.
Meanwhile, Ethelhelm will be forced to surrender, and Elfwin return.
But what will stop Constantine from making another incursion in years to come?
You fortify the lands north of Bebbanburg, and I hold them for you.
Uhtred, Lord of Bebbanburg, just as you always wanted. And you hold it alone?
Not alone. Take it you're not heading to Rome Kofa after all, Lord.
We heard from Lady Elsworth that there may be something you might need our help with.
You have found the men I sought to return Elfwin.
Uhtred's plan has much to commend it, but still this is not the correct course of action.
You're going to allow the marriage to take place?
Edward!
I'm going to make Constantine an offer in exchange for Ethelhelm's head. Northumbria is a land much disputed between us and the Scots. Until a settlement is made, there will be no peace. Constantine's reputation is that of a man who seeks to protect Scotland at all costs above all else. So, I will come to an agreement with him. In exchange for marrying Elfwin and isolating Lord Ethelhelm, we will divide Northumbria in two to create an area of fortification around the Scottish border.
You would split Northumbria? These are lands my forebears died for, Saxon lands.
Now, finally, you're a Saxon.
The people there speak your language.
There were once two kingdoms, there has been thus before.
With Aelfwin sacrificed alongside him.
Not a palatable choice, but a sensible one.
If Northumbria is divided...
Why does he seem so kind of like hesitant to go to war?
Yes, but in return, I will bring peace to land larger and more unified.
But I get he wants to play it smart, but...
Lord King, your choice has no honor.
No honor. To forego my chance to unify all of these lands for the sake of my people. To put aside my father's dream, the dream of my family, to ensure that we prosper.
That is not honor, that is martyrdom.
If the people wish to reward me in their prayers, that is their will. My father's ambition failed them in the end. I do not have his failings.
It was not ambition. It was vision.
Visions are nothing more than dreams. Only a fool would chase them.
I think that you're afraid. Of war, of death, you're afraid.
Only a fool would not be.
Lord King, this is callous. To Elfwin and to all those in Northumbria who are Saxon. Mercia owes both a debt of loyalty.
Mercia is best served when the south is secure.
Not at the expense of the north. Ethelfled would listen to Uhtred now, as must we. And I gave your sister my word that I would keep Elfwin safe. I will not sacrifice her as you do now, and nor will the Mercian army.
Everyone's siding with Uhtred, I bet you.
I stand with Uhtred.
Yep.
Well, there we have it.
It is not only Lord Oldham who believes you to be wrong. There are good people in Northumbria. They are your people. You owe them your protection.
Yeah.
We stand with Uhtred.
It is not that you are wrong, my son. It is that you are simply mistaken on this occasion.
Yeah.
Whilst your arguments are considered, I would urge you to follow the counsel of Lord Uhtred. Your father trusted his judgment, as should you.
Wow! You gotta love him, man.
Athelstan, my boy, what do you say?
Our faith teaches us to speak the truth. teaches us to seek peace, and that all Christians must unite to abandon those in your kingdom. To divide their lands, that is not unity. I will follow Lord Uhtred.
Wow.
Not sure things are going your way, Lord King.
As I told you, Uhtred, you do not walk alone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I am a just king, but think on those who I have crushed. Think on the Elderman. Think of SiTHFuRiON. The gates will be closed to all. No one will leave on penalty of execution.
Are you kidding me, Edward?
You delay, and we lose the advantage. So you can join our mission, or you can flounder here. But we will be gone by sunrise. Choose!
This is fucking annoying as hell, man. It's like Alswith said. I understand where you're coming from and the points you want to make, and it's all justified, but it's the wrong choice. You have to do, like, we have to go to war. There's no other way around it. They're coming to war. What if Edward, like, meets King Constantine and says, like, look, we want peace, and he's like, no, we don't want half, we want more. You have no other choice but to follow Uhtred and go to war. I mean, really, Edward is making some pretty shitty choices, and like, I know he's king, and even Alfred, like, he couldn't really go back on his word. Like, he had to be a man of conviction. You know, if he said something, it had to stick. You know, and I get that, but at the same time, it's like, I think even Alfred realized at times that he made a mistake. But to have everybody standing there, like, all these people that you value their opinions, all these people that have stood by your side, even your own mother is standing with Uhtred. And she was the biggest cheerleader for fuck Uhtred. It's like, why can't you see common sense? But even that, seeing everybody stand with Uhtred, that's just going to piss Edward off even more. Because it's like, I'm the king, you should be following me. And I get that type of logic, but if you're going to be the king, make better choices. Wow, this episode was filled with shit, man. Like, I'm trying to think, like, haven't we kind of been here before, though, with Alfred? Like, I'm sure that there was, like, a situation or two or three where, like, Uhtred was like, look, we have to do this. This is the plan. If we don't do this now, this is going to happen. We have to move now. And Alfred was like, no, we're not going. We're going to stay put. It's the wrong course of action. And then Uhtred and his men went off anyway and did it. And then to win the battle and to come back. And after the fact, Alfred, in not so many words, admitted that Uhtred was right. You know what I mean? We've kind of been here before. But it's... I just don't get this shift in Edward's kind of personality now. Where before he would have... Well, would he though? Would he have gone straight in? I mean, really, Edward has always been a little bit unsure of battle. And when to engage battle and when not to. I think he's always been a little bit hesitant, right? Like, strangely enough, I was watching Nikki and Steve's reaction to season 4. They're like halfway through it. At the point of me filming this, they're halfway through season 4. And the last episode I watched, it was the one where it was a massive battle and Athel Dickhead fucked up his, like, the back of his head. And in that battle, the Scots actually came to help and assist in the fight. And Edward turned up late. Him and his, like, forces turned up late to the battle. Because of, once again, him hesitating of actually coming into battle and engaging and everything. And Aethelflaed had to go off into battle on her own. I think the only time Edward has genuinely gone into battle is when someone has forced his hand and he's had to. Otherwise, I think he's been very hesitant, right? I could be wrong. There's been so many battles in this show, and trying to think back over every single one of them, but I honestly think Edward has only gone to war when he honestly has to. And you could say that that's a trait of a good king, that war will be the final straw. Like the last resort is to go to war. I get that, and it's a good thing. But when everyone that you confide in, everyone that you trust, everyone that you've had standing at your side is telling you one thing and you're doing the other, you're making the wrong call, man. But yeah, anyway, if you're interested in watching all the full lengths, links are all down below. Go check those out. But for now, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRion, and I'll catch you in the next one.